What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spotlight by CG Ruthless. Let's welcome my special guest, a SEC defensive tackle, Auburn's defensive tackle, Phillip Blidi. Man, how's it going, bro?
Man, it's going great. I appreciate you having me on the show. I've been excited to really join the show and just see how it go.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm excited, man. I haven't had an SEC defender since Cameron Young, like a couple years ago, man. So it's nice to have a big time school, you know.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure. For those people who are not familiar with you, man, tell me about yourself.
Man, I started my career at Texas Tech. I spent 1 year at Indiana. I played 3 seasons at Texas Tech, and then I just finished this past year at Auburn, my 5th year. My career has been really crazy. I'm a married man. I have 2 kids. My daughter's 3 years old. My son's 2. And I'm an interesting guy. Could
Oh,
just
you're a
say it like
wrestling guy
that.
too?
Yeah. I wrestle calves. I didn't get to do wrestling in high school, but I did wrestle some cattle back in my thing, back in New Mexico.
Okay, that can relate to what you do in football too, because wrestling's another thing that people like to do. Like when it comes to tackling, you're like that willing tackler when it comes to wrestling.
Yes, sir. Now all of it go hand in hand.
Yeah, it sure does. But you know, from coming out of high school, what was the offers you got besides Texas Tech?
Man, I was really an under recruited guy. So my biggest offers outside of Texas Tech was UCLA, Utah, and Kansas. And then other than that, I had UTEP, I had ACU, I had New Mexico State, I had man, I had Tulsa. I had like a lot of smaller schools. I was really like a late bloomer, and then I came from an under recruited place. So it was really like a big deal to get the offers I got, especially like my senior year.
Oh yeah, so you definitely had some interest. And then when you started off at Texas Tech, why did you choose Texas Tech in the beginning?
Man, I chose Texas Tech number one because I wanted to go there and make a difference. Before I got there, Texas Tech wasn't really known for defense, and that really changed while I was there. Like we really changed that, like the defense culture and just the culture in general. We changed it over time. But I also went there because the guy who recruited me too was a guy by the name of Paul Randolph. He's also like a mentor to me and really like a grandpa kind of to me, like an uncle, like a dad kind of figure. And I just love just everything he was about, and then like how he could push me to be as great as I wanted to be. Um, went in terms of college and get me to the next level. And then on top of that, it was a scheme that I was used to. Like the scheme that I played in high school was real similar to what
Oh,
I was
for
going to run
sure.
in college. So it was just like the perfect fit, close to where I was from. Like everything was really like a perfect fit. I felt like.
It was a perfect fit for you at the time.
Sir.
I, I guess your screen's sideways, man. They can't see
Yes,
you.
sir. I
Yeah,
got you.
you're a little sideways. Yeah, my bad. Grant Dizer. I guess he was saying like your side was sideways, man. But yeah. So what led you to transfer to Indiana for that short time? That was like your most season where you had a lot of tackles.
Yes, sir. No, man. At the time, I really felt like I wasn't getting the opportunity I felt like I deserved. And really, I felt like it was time to go. Really like try, really like try a new start, really a new start. And then on top of that, my D line coach, who had recruited me my first 2 years at Texas Tech, he got the job at Indiana. So I spent my third season at Texas Tech, and then I gave that a chance, and I just felt like I needed a new start, and I went and followed my D line coach. So it was a perfect fit there. That was a guy that recruited me too, and like how to coach me the best and get the best out of me. So I went to Indiana, and that's what happened.
Yeah. And then the following season, you transfer to Auburn, which I thought was a pretty interesting move because now you go from a bigger competition. So, what was the difference from going to the Big 12 competition to the Big 10 and now to the SEC? How do you compare your competition to get ready for the next level?
Man, I really feel like talent's everywhere, but in terms of competition, I feel like the trenches was the difference. The trenches was definitely the difference. The O linemen in the Big Ten and the SEC are just better. There's just a lot more competition. Not saying there's not any competition in the Big 12. I went against plenty of competition in the Big 12, but as a whole, the competition was just better. It was just more physical. Um, my position kind of changed when I went to the Big Ten, so I really got to experience that physicality playing like one technique, like mainly nose guard when I went to Indiana. So like yeah, I would say the trenches is the difference.
Yeah. It got you ready for the big stage. And then looking at your pro day, you actually had a pretty good pro day, man. That's something you can
Sir.
put your head up high and say, you know what, that's what's going to get teams more interested in you.
Yes, sir.
But what other NFL teams have you met with?
Man, it's been really crazy. When I went to the Tropical Bowl, I met with over 20 teams. I really got a lot of interest there. Met from anywhere from I met the Bears, the 49ers, Chargers,
That's good interest right
Cleveland
there.
Browns. It was a whole lot of teams. Like almost every one of the teams. There's like probably like a couple, like a handful. Probably I haven't got to meet with like two handfuls probably, but I met with majority of the teams and I had high interests. I did what I needed to go do. I took care of business when I went, so it was a really great show out.
Well, it's sure paying off with 20 teams interested. I mean, it's gonna keep getting better. But
Sure.
what was the interaction with the 49ers like?
Man, it was it was really a great interaction. That was a team that's been high on me, just because my skill set really fits their defense the best, and they have a lot of guys that have like similar body types to me. So like just everything is the best fit, and then like in terms of culture too, the best fit. So really like the conversation was just like how I'm the best fit for their defense, how I learned the best, and just things of that nature. Trying to get to know me more. We talked for a long time. That was one of the teams that I talked to for the longest. So we had a really great interaction.
Something tells me that you're a very versatile defensive lineman. That you can go to the inside, and they maybe move into the outside at times. Maybe that's where they're trying to look at you as at first, But
Yes, sir.
what kind of scheme did you play at Auburn?
Man, we played a multiples. We played in a multiple front. Um, it was depending on who we played that we changed our game plan. If we were playing a team that ran a lot more gap scheme, we ran to a 4-0-4, like 4-0-4. And then if we're going to play a team that ran a lot more inside zone, we we were mainly we switched to our 4 down front. So we kind of really got to play react attack and attack react in that defense, and I think that's playing in that defense was really great for me. Just getting to play up and down the line, playing different styles of defense, different modes. So we're a multiple defense.
Oh, that's good to know. I mean, at least you kind of like know how to like adjust to that type of like depends on what you guys play against. So it could either be
Sir.
whatever scheme it is. So why should NFL teams draft you, man?
Man, I can guarantee you this that I will be by the time is, especially in the later rounds, because that's what it looks like. I'm going to be like in the later rounds. I will be the most versatile defensive lineman available. Talking to a lot of vets that's been in the league for a long time. One of the main things that they told me like you got to take care of your body and you got to be able to play multiple positions if you want to be in the league for a long time. And I think that's something that makes me very special is I'm able to play everywhere and I have a frame that can really put on any weight you need me to put on. And then I'm physical, I'm strong enough, I'm athletic enough to play anywhere you need me to play and do whatever you need me to do. And I'm not just a first and second down guy. I can play on third down. So and then my motor too. So I think that a lot of teams and I've seen that a lot of teams are intrigued to that. And I feel like that's what's gonna make me available to a lot of teams, my versatility.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure San Francisco has you under the radar. They're looking for D tackles, man. It's pretty much like an opening spot. There's gonna be that spot because of your versatility, of course.
Sir.
So what was your favorite thing about playing for these three football teams right here? Playing Auburn and playing Indiana. What was your favorite parts about playing those three programs?
Man, my favorite part about playing Indiana, I got to play in the Big Ten. Getting to play against the best of the best. Definitely getting to play against the best of the best competition wise. Getting to prove myself that I'm an NFL caliber defensive lineman. Just how I lined up against the best of the best. And then I mean, playing in the Big 12, like I got to play in, I was playing in different climates. So like playing the Big Ten, playing a lot colder games, and I feel like that got me ready for the league too. Because I mean, it's gonna get you ready for like any kind of game situation, And I've been in all those type of situations that I could play in the league. And then terms of Texas Tech, I got to play against a lot more spread offenses, air raid offenses, like a lot of teams that run a lot of quick game and tempo offenses in the Big 12. So I feel like I've seen a lot of different schemes. I've seen a lot of different schemes and like really all of the conferences. And like to sum it up, that's what I really loved about all of them. And then playing in the SEC, you're playing in the best conference, and that's always been like a dream for me, getting to watch growing up watching the SEC. And really watching those defensive linemen, like the best defensive linemen come out of the SEC, and it was like it was really a dream to really be that guy, and get the opportunity to play against the best of the best too, like the best, and really gain to showcase your talent that you really been working for your whole life. So I think that was definitely my best thing playing the SEC, and then the atmosphere too. The game atmospheres were amazing.
Yeah, with all the experience and with all those different kind of change of scenery, you got to at least to experience like those type of a competition environment wise.
Yes, sir.
So, which NFL team you grew up watching that you would love to play for, man, if you had to choose one?
Man, I actually grew up watching the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's always been my team. But going through this process, I'm really excited to play for any team. Wherever I get an opportunity from, is I'm gonna take that ball and I'm gonna roll with it. And I'm gonna take off wherever opportunity I get. So
Yeah,
I'm an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan, but wherever team gets me is wherever team gets me. Like that's all I need is the opportunity to go in there and play ball and
I
get to
like.
live out my dreams.
Yeah, I like honesty, and that's fine, bro, because those guys are the defending champs as we speak. But
Yes, sir.
like you said, the opportunity presents itself. So whatever those other teams come to mind, that's your new team. I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey man, that's cool, bro. Like,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so what's the most important advice for some, like I guess for your coaches giving you to staying healthy and injury free that will carry you on throughout your career? Because I mean, it seems like you've been very durable, right?
Yes, sir. I have been very durable. The best advice that I've gotten from my coaches um, to stay healthy and injury free is really to stay in the training room and do prehab. Like you should always be working even before you're hurt. Like you always want to make sure you're taking care of your body. You're getting extra stretches. You're taking the nutrition very serious. I've had a good handful of strength coaches that really showed me the importance of nutrition and like how nutrition can be the difference of how long you play in the game. And that's something I've taken serious. I've taken real serious like my whole time being in college, and that's something I'm going to continue to take serious because that's something that's going to allow me to play for as long as I want to. And then on top of that is just getting in the training room and doing things before they get there, like before they're at a 10. You never wanted to get there, but like in the game of football, like you're gonna be feeling nicks and pains as the game goes on, but just getting in there and doing what you need to do to make sure your body feels right.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, just from playing for this amount of years in college, that's going to get you ready for the next level and how do you can be wise with your own body too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so who do you model your game from a player standpoint? Like,
Who do I model my game from in terms of players? Man, I feel like I'm a mix. I got some Deacon Jones in me. That's an old school player right
And old
there.
school from the Rams, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Deacon Jones, because just his nastiness. That's how I play the game. That's my mentality. I love to club people. I'm a
The
club
head
rip
slap.
guy. Oh yeah, you can't do the head slap anymore, but
Not
I
anymore, but
still got
that was his
it.
thing.
Yeah, I still got that mentality, but definitely head slap, but definitely Deacon Jones, and then a little bit of Namni Metabuke, just because that guy he plays down the line. And like he's a very versatile guy, and he plays really strong. He's a very physical player, and he's a power rusher too. So I'm a power rusher, and he has that in his game, and that's why I feel like we line up together. And then like genetically too, like being African, like we have the same body frame. So definitely him, and then a little bit of Quentin Williams in terms of the run because I'm really strong at stopping the run too. That's definitely my strong suit. So definitely Quentin Williams when it comes to stopping the run.
Oh yeah, seems like you're more of a run stopper, but I'm pretty sure that production of sacks will start adding up to the next level,
Yes,
man. Like
sir.
they say in college, you're an unfinished product, but you'll at least try to translate it better.
Yes, sir.
So, what's one thing you need? I mean, like, so going throughout your college career, what is something that you could improve on going into the NFL?
I just feel like something that I can improve on going into the NFL is just my counters, just getting better at countering in a pass rush situation, and then just being continue to work on being more gap discipline. I think those are both of my top two things because I have moves that work. I have my work like I have moves in my bag, and my bag can actually continue to get better. I can increase my bag, and I'm only going to get better as I'm going to get trained more and being around more vets too. Like this, increasing my knowledge is being a sponge, but definitely the counters, like getting better at countering.
Yeah, that's something you can definitely work on. I mean, see, at least that's something you can get better at the next level with.
Yes, sir.
So, which defensive schemes do you fit better? I mean, fit most better?
Man, I feel like I can do them all just because I played in all of them. But I feel like in terms of my explosiveness, in terms of how disruptive I can be, and how disruptive I am, how physical I am, like attack, attack, react defense. But if I'm in a react attack, that also works for me too because I've already done it and I've shown I can do it, and I can show I can do it at a high level. So
Oh yeah, that's definitely. I mean, it shows your versatility. That means you can play those type of schemes just fine. So, who was the toughest offensive lineman that you faced, and who talked the most trash to you?
hmm. Who is the toughest offensive lineman that I played against? Man, I would say when my freshman year, um, maybe it was because I was a freshman, but Texas had this guy. His name was Okafor. He's an African guy, and he was just like he's strong with his hands. And at the time, me getting into the game, and like I wasn't up to like really that up to speed yet. He had a couple years on me, so definitely him for sure. But like after that, like as I continued to get better with my technique and stuff, I really didn't have too much problems dealing with offense, like with dealing with those kind of offensive linemen too. As I got stronger and got better at my technique.
Okay, so when you faced that one guy from Texas, you kind of learned a lot from that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I learned a lot from that moment, like going on from my career and like and things that I need to do, especially in the run game. But I'll definitely see him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess another good one for like certain players that have to go through, like the healthy routine to avoid these type of injuries. But like, what's a better way for them to rehab and train one of those? A lot of people would. What advice would you give players into incorporating into their routines or something?
Man, I would say getting in the hot tub before practice. Getting in the hot tub before practice and really like getting somebody to stretch you out before you get into practice. Because like, especially when you're young, because when you're young, you feel like you don't need to do it because your body feels good and you don't have them nicks and pains that the older guys have. But definitely just get in there because when you get older, you really realize that you really do need it, and you should have done it when you're younger, and that you kind of like you kind of have the perspective like, dang, I'll take that for granted. But I'll say definitely doing those things, getting rolled out, using a foam roller, like those top three things.
Yeah, those are something that like stretching or something, or else it's just like you said, as you get older, you get a lot of that pain, and it's just like something to deal with. So like you could have did it then, But so which NFL quarterback would you like to sack, past or present? I'm pretty sure you're gonna get plenty of those opportunities, man.
Man, I would love to sack Patrick Mahomes right off the bat. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, those are good ones. Okay, I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl would probably be a nice dream come true, or
Yes,
Lamar
sir.
Jackson in the playoffs or whatever, man. That'd be something.
Yes, sir. I feel like
Oh,
those
so
two because they're really elusive. They can get around. They're smart quarterbacks, and they are harder to take down. And I feel like it's more of an accomplishment. I think a sack in the NFL is hard by itself, but getting to sack those two guys, I think that's a big accomplishment because how hard they are to take down.
yeah, they are. Especially the way you're playing in college, man. It's not as easy as everybody says, especially the competition you're playing, man. Like,
Right.
it's not like you're gonna get like double digit sacks like everybody else. You did the dirty work, so you were more of a run stopper, but you got that upside to be a good sack artist at some point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fooled by the tape. I mean, when I look at the tape, I see that you're a pretty good run stopper, and that's what some NFL teams like mostly at times.
Yes, sir.
So
No,
do you
I could do it all. I could do it all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could, man, because I feel like you're like an unfinished product, and you can still because like they say in college, bro. Like not everybody is got that production in college, but the next level they're
Right.
going to be great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can tell from right there. So what would be your sack celebration if you had one?
Man, I'm really like I bang on the ground and then yeah,
Oh, so you're
yeah.
gonna pump your
I'm kind
chest a
of
little bit, okay?
yeah. I'm wild. I'm wild with it. Or I hit the Superman. Like after I
Or
kind
like
of
Cam Newton?
yeah, I kind of combine it though. I get on the ground and then I hit the Superman like and go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
So as far as like your preparation, how do you prepare for your opponents, and how do you study for those matchups?
Man, I really like to break off like every offensive lineman one by one throughout the week and just kind of see their tendencies, kind of see what they're giving away. I kind of see like what different what how they like to communicate. Just snap things of the snap count, like how to communicate the snap count. Just any little thing I could pick up, and then I also I like to study the scheme, the different things they like to run in different like backfield sets, and then like who gives away pass, how much times they pass the ball, when they'll pass the ball, like on the certain downs. There's different things of that nature. But really, throughout the week, I break it up, run and pass, and really making sure, like really doing that to make sure that I'm not missing anything and that I get to focus on those things, like by breaking them up and dividing them throughout the week. And then like later on in the week, I get back and I'm watching cut ups, both run and pass, and like trying to see what I can incorporate really like in terms of who I'm going to go against, things, moves I can do that was really going to help me win against certain guys. And like I do that depending on like the weakness of the guy, like what he does the best and what he's the worst at, So that's how I really break down guys, and that's how I really study guys throughout the week. And I do that at home. I do that in the facility. I do that at lunch, breakfast. I'm just doing it throughout the day.
I'm pretty sure you do. I mean, you get all that preparation. So I'm pretty sure the way how you study, man, it makes it easy how you have a family around you that can actually give you some pointers too, you know?
Yes, sir.
I guess in a way, like how do you balance from your family and life and academics, man? Like you went from two different schools, man. Had to be
Yes, sir.
something challenging.
How I balance out the challenges?
Yeah, like from
The
life,
best
balance from family
the,
life, academics, and football. Like you went
the,
from three schools.
the best way I can say that, when I was coming into college and like especially like having my daughter really my sophomore year, but finding out my freshman year, the best advice I got from a mentor of mine was really like he was telling me, when you're at football, be at football. When you're at home, be at home. And I guess what I'm saying is just keeping your business, like focusing on things when you're there. Like be there all the way when you're there, and like not really like combining things, like not letting things like really come into one another. And I feel like that's keeping your life simple, because when you're at football, you're taking care of football. When you're at home, you get to spend time with your family. And then if I ever need to, when I ever need to really spend time on football at the house, my wife does a great job allowing me to get as much time as I need to, by taking care of the kids and really making sure that I get to do what I need to do. But in academics, like when I'm in academics, when I'm in study hall, make sure I get all my work done there, so I'm not taking it home. I'm not having to worry. It's not on my mind when I'm doing football. So I feel like that's something I did to really keep my life as simple as possible.
Oh yeah, seems like that's just how you balance it. Like you focus on different sides of what you deal with, and then outside of football, you deal with what you go on. But yeah, some people kind of have it hard when it comes with those type of situations.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Why do you choose number 96?
Well, coming into college, my coach kind of gave me that number, and then I just made it my own number. So that's something that I made my own number, and I just loved it. I just kept it. So that's something I feel like that was my number, and that was a part of me since I was a freshman when I got it. So that's what I chose it.
Oh man, it
That's
made a
that's
lot
why I
of sense
continue.
when you
That's why
made
I
it into
continue
your
to
own
choose it.
number.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have a football nickname?
I got a couple people call me Bleedum. People call me Big Phil. People at Auburn call me Crash Out. Yeah, I got the Liberian Nightmare, the Liberian Warrior.
Oh,
Yeah, I got.
Liberian
Yeah.
Warrior, Liberian Nightmare. But I mean, as long as you, but the longer you have an NFL career, they might have to go with Uncle Phil.
Some people have called me Uncle Phil. That's also one. Some people have called me Uncle Phil.
But the
Uh,
longer you play, you're gonna be like. But I'm just saying, like, I guess, like you said, they did call you that, so I guess it wasn't like an insult.
nah, it was not. I mean, I've heard that one before.
But you're like a vet too, because you've been playing
Sir.
college for like 5 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Even through the COVID year, it gave you guys some advantage to at least have an extra year instead of the regular season. I mean, like the regular kind of redshirt year, right?
Nah, I really did, and even that, I still played every game my freshman year. I played as a true freshman, so COVID
Yeah,
year I
I had
really
to.
got a upper hand.
Yeah, it sure did. So I guess we explained the other stuff about outside of football, but what's your hobbies and what do you enjoy in sports or music or food or artists or other stuff?
What is my hobby outside of sports? I like to fish. I wouldn't say I'm a fish guru, but I like to spend my time fishing with my family. I like just spending time with my family, going to the park, cooking at the house. I'm a foodie, so just cooking, trying new things, and trying like food, going to food trucks, just going out and trying like different foods and stuff, and then just seeing the world, seeing different places, traveling. In terms of music, I love R&B. I love country. I love Afro beats because I'm African. I'm West African, so I love to listen to Afro beats. I love reggae. I'm a Bob Marley guy for sure.
Oh yeah, Bob Marley. It's always like something classic to listen to.
Yes, sir. I
Did you
feel
see that
like
movie?
Nah, I didn't even get to see the movie. I heard a lot of great things about it. I wish I did though.
Yeah, It's must watch if you want to check it out. It's pretty
Yes,
good.
sir. Now I'm gonna definitely check it out for sure. But I
Oh
love
yeah.
reggae, um, jazz. I'm a old school guy, so I love old school rap. I love new school rap. My favorite artists, I would say it's changed. There's been points why my favorite artist is Meek Mill. I'm from up north, so but right now I like a lot of Rod Wave. I feel like Rod Wave is very versatile, and I like what he like talks about. So I definitely say I'm a versatile. I'm really versatile when it comes to music. I listen to everybody. It just depends what mood I'm in at the time.
Oh yeah. Some music gives you different kind of moods. What do you feel like listening to? So it's like that's just how it goes. So given your experience for many years in college, so the difference from playing different conference, how do you anticipate the talent level in the NFL will compare?
Man, it will match up. I've already played against guys that are playing on Sundays. I've played against guys from anywhere from the Big Ten, Big 12, the SEC. Like I played against NFL guys, and I'm an NFL ready guy. Like I've shown that I can play against those kind of guys. Multiple
Amazing.
every year that I've been in college, I played against a guy that is a starter right now in the league. That started year one. So that's something I feel like has got me ready for the league, playing against those kind of guys. And then SEC, like every week, I'm playing against guys that's getting ready to play on Sundays, and that's going to be starting for a team or will be competing for a starting job. So I think that's definitely got me ready for the NFL.
That's for sure. I mean, the guys that you even play with even are NFL caliber guys. Like
Right.
CJ West is a guy that you played 1 year with. He's definitely going to be a good caliber guy. And then you got Eugene Asante, who's going to be a very good linebacker at the next level coming out of Auburn.
Right. I actually didn't play with CJ West at Indiana.
Oh,
He
you did?
he actually came when I left.
Ooh, okay. I didn't
Yes,
know about
sir.
that one.
Nah, so I was the one tech before I got there, and then I left. Then they recruited him. He got there. But like definitely for sure, like I played on a team with a lot of NFL guys at Auburn, NFL running backs. We got offensive linemen that I play at the next level, playing against. I just playing against NFL tight ends. Like I got to play against a lot of NFL players, so practicing with them, that
Yeah.
definitely got me ready for that too.
Yeah, that tight end's got the most intriguing one, Fairweather. That guy seems like he's got long arms, kind of
Yes,
seems
sir.
like a guy that could be good at the next level too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see that the Niners are pretty high on that guy too, which I've seen a lot. And then you in general also, so it must be good for the SEC and some guys from Auburn getting some attention, especially the linebacker also, Eugene Asante.
Yes, sir.
So it must have been a pretty good competition playing the Ole Miss, Alabama, and even playing Oklahoma.
Yes, sir. Nah, we went against a good offensive lineman every week, playing Bama, Texas A&M. Like every week in the SEC, you're gonna be playing. You're gonna be playing against dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be playing great competition every week. So it's really a great opportunity to get to showcase your talents every week and show if you're an NFL guy or not. Like the only the strong survive in the SEC. So you're gonna get the opportunity every week. You're gonna get somebody's best every week. Somebody gonna try to kill you, and you're gonna see who the strongest man on the field. So
Yeah, it is because you faced a lot of it. So we'll go with some rapid fire questions. So if you could have a meal with one celebrity, alive or dead, who would it be?
man, it would be Ray Lewis easily. That's
Oh,
somebody that
motivator.
yeah, Ray Lewis. That's somebody that I've been watching since I was a kid. So definitely him. Somebody I love his playing style. I love his mentality, story.
Oh yeah, for sure. I guess if you had a dinosaur, what would be your favorite?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Okay, Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
All right, starting to get to know you a little more. All right, you said you like kind of wrestling, right? So WWE or AEW?
WWE. Come on now.
Okay, you can't go wrong with it.
Come on now.
It's the best in the business. I mean, they've
Best.
always tried to compete with them, and they can't take it down.
Man, me and my brothers, we used to break everything around the house playing, trying to think we were in the WWE. So I know all about that.
So is that even like a backup option too, or no?
Nah, man. After I'm done football, I'll be being a mentor, being a coach, being a trainer, man. But I love wrestling though. Still, I love to watch it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, speaking of your school Auburn song, do you know their song, like the little cheer song? Because I mean, I guess some of my guesses have done it for their school. It's pretty interesting.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I guess we gotta hear a Auburn cheer song or the fighting song. We gotta hear that.
Hold on, no, don't put me in that spot like that. I'm a
My
shy.
bad, bro. It's all good. I
I'm
guess.
I'm a type of guy like when after the game, like we just got the dub. Like that's why I'm like, I'm singing the fight song, but I'm definitely a shy guy.
It says War Eagle down the field, ever to conquer, never yield. War Eagle fearless, true fight. You orange and blue, go on to victory. Strike
Power
like a
of the
band. That's what the
Dixie.
song is.
Yep, that's our song right there, man. It feels
Yeah,
better after you got a dub.
yeah. It has to be
Yes,
a good
sir.
atmosphere to compete one of the best in the
Um,
conference.
Man, there's no other place like it. There's no other place like it. Playing in that, like I know we didn't really get the results we wanted this past year, but there was nothing like playing in Jordan Hare Stadium. Those fans showed up for us every weekend, man. And just getting to walk that Tiger Walk, seeing all the fans there and how they love and support us, man. Like regardless of what happens, man, it was just a great experience. It was a great
Yeah,
experience.
I could tell it is just from that vibe. So now that you're already accomplished so many years in college, does this feel like surreal to you to live out the NFL dream, or is it business as usual?
It's surreal. It's surreal. I would say I'm really a be or my feet art is kind of guy, but it is surreal getting to really accomplish a dream that I've been working on since I was a little kid, and getting to play a sport that I've been watching since I was a little kid. So like I really am blessed and really thank God for just allowing me to be here. Man, it's really a surreal moment. I really worked my whole life for this, so it definitely something that means a lot to me. But I know that going to the NFL, it is business. Like that's how you got to see it because you don't see it like that. They're going to chew you up, spit you right out, and you just got to understand that this is how the game goes. But you still can recognize that it's a sport that you love, man. You're getting the opportunity to really accomplish your dreams, and you're playing it at the highest level that there is. So I think it's a beautiful
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, you are, and it's rewarding. So, oh, we got a couple more of these rapid fire questions. I guess NY pizza, Chicago pizza.
And why pizza? Come on now.
Oh, because you from New Jersey, man. Forget
Come
about
on, don't do that, man. I love Chicago pizza though. Come on,
that.
man.
I don't know if you've ever tried In-N-Out or Whataburger, because I mean Whataburger's in Texas, of course.
I got to try both. I like Whataburger better.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Whataburger's fine. I like their sweet tea and then what they have on their big burgers. That's awesome.
Have you tried the barbecue chicken strip sandwich?
No, I gotta try it.
It's gonna change your life. I promise you.
Okay, all right. So we'll go with three others comment sent ones. Okay. I know it's probably rare you deal with this on the football field, but how do you deal with a quitter, a guy that does not want to be sold on the team and he's already upset about his role and he refuses to go out there during the game? How do you deal with that circumstances?
Man, you got to pull that guy aside. You got to have that kind of conversation with him. And I think that something that really sums it up is you got to take building relationships very serious because there's gonna be guys like that on the team. So that's why you have to take the time to actually get to know your teammates. Because when a guy comes up to you and is ready to talk to a guy like that, like he's not gonna take it personal. He's gonna take it. He's gonna see it like that's my brother trying to help me get better and like really confront me about the things I'm doing wrong because that's not me. And that's not what we're doing. That's not part of the team. That's not the culture. And really is getting back in line, and tell them and kind of remind them that's not how we do things. That's not you, and this is not who you say you wanted to be. This is not a representation of really putting it all out there for your why. So that's something that's how you get those kind of guys back on track.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you can understand what they go through, or at least try to see what's going on, but you're not going to judge them right off the bat. So,
Right.
Let's say you deal with a teammate in the sidelines. Like let's say one of the teammates are not on the same page, and it's a little emotional. It's getting a little altercation. How do you deal with that as a leader?
Man, you got to separate those guys, and you gotta separate those guys, and kind of just remind them that the end goal, which is to win the football game. Regardless of what happened, that like there's gonna be things that happen throughout the game that we're gonna be frustrated about, but you can't let one mistake lose you the whole game. You got to be able to correct it. You got to be able to correct it fast, and then play the next down. So I'll definitely say getting them on that path and changing that mindset that way, and kind of separate us two. And then after that, make sure they're good. So they're teammates at the end of the day. We're teammates at the end of the day. We're brothers. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So going down by multiple touchdowns, going to halftime, what would be the pep talk to get this team to come from behind to win this ball game?
Man, shit. The first thing first, that ain't us. You know how we can play. We work too hard to be in a situation like this, and there's a whole lot of football left. Their game is never over until the clock hits 0-0. And how you go and start the second half to finish the second half will be determine how you win the game. So not letting one half cost you two halves, and that'll be something that's gonna be there. That's gonna be a message for me for the whole locker room. Having everybody pick their head up and making sure that they know there is a lot of football left. This game is not done. The clock has not hit 0-0. There's a lot of football to be played. Let's go kick some ass.
Yeah, 2 quarters left. Do you want it or not? Plain simple.
Yep. Come on, who want the ball?
Yeah, I guess 2 more rapid fire questions, because I mean we got to go with this one. Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Ooh, sorry. See, I could see live. I mean, Biggie was great. Don't get me wrong. Biggie
was really man. Great. Come on.
I mean, that's all good, bro. I mean, we
Biggie or Tupac for you. Biggie or Tupac for you.
I'm a Tupac guy.
So why? But why? Why?
It's because but he's originally an East Coast guy. Let's be real. But he kind of made it like his own thing. Like he's kind of been like Biggie is another reason also, both of them. But I think Tupac was what changed the West Coast a little bit. People kind of followed them, even through the East Coast or everybody liked him. But Biggie was another one too, I'll say. But I just think Tupac was more inspiration.
Tupac was inspirational. I think Biggie was inspirational in his own way. I feel like he was inspirational in his own way. There are 2 different kind of rappers, though, for sure. But that's an argument that's gonna be up in the air for a long time. But I'm definitely going with Biggie, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of the West Coast for me. But I like Biggie's songs. I'll listen to it from time to time. But I'm a Tupac guy.
That's all right. Ain't no judgment here. Kinda.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. We all got different tastes. It's all good. Hey,
but everybody got good different tastes.
Yeah. You come from Trenton, New Jersey, so you must be very familiar with Jair Brown, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because he played at Penn State, and then he kind of just went to the Niners.
Right.
Yeah, but speaking of all that, bro, definitely appreciate your time, bro. I know you're looking forward to the next process to your NFL career, bro. It's going to be worth the fun, because all those years in college is going to finally pay off. What you did in your pro day, you're getting a majority of all the NFL teams to check you out, man.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you, and I just appreciate you just taking your time to do this. So I hope you have a great night, and take care.
Oh, yeah, you too. And for everybody else, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform, and then we can go from there.
Man, you can find me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter. For a name specifically, my Instagram name is Phil, PHIL _ Blidi, BLIDI. And then Twitter name is 62 Phillip with 1 L.
Oh, yeah. For sure. For everybody else, check out Auburn defensive tackle Phillip Blidi. They call him Bleedum. They call him different names, man. He's a versatile guy. He can play anywhere, sir. Man. As he gets older, he's gonna be the Uncle Phil of the NFL, man. Don't mess with this guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I'm definitely rooting for you to succeed at the next level, man.
Nah,